What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Suave, and I'm here today with a brand new video. And the video is all the updates and just all the new information for NBA 2K23 that soon drop in the next month. So without further ado, we just gonna get straight into most of the information. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm not gonna read majority of it. So just bear with me on that. You know what I mean, I'm gonna give y'all my opinions and thoughts on what I've read thus far. If you need to, get any more information, there's other outlets out there as far as 2K.com. They have all the information up there. Mike Wang himself did a whole video fully breaking down all the information that he put out. A couple other guys that I follow, far as Shakedown, Brutal Sim, Brother Jones, iPod King Carter. Them guys, they did their version of breaking down the information. Me, I'm doing all of this on my phone. I'm not doing this on no type of laptop or nothing like that. So it takes me a lot longer. I could have had this video done yesterday, but I had to go to the doctors for my Achilles tendon, which I tore, and I most likely will get into that another time. But yeah, it's a lot of information. 2K always do this every year. They give us all this information, tell us, all these crazy changes and improvements and ways to stop these small point guards. Well, not stop them, but limit them to the defense. They try to limit them to the defense, which never works out. So I'm hoping that it does this year, and we'll get into all of that. So the first thing on the list is more authentic shooting, and basically the most important part is that bottom paragraph right there where it says the first major change is the addition to shooting attributes. So basically what they saying is the signature jump shots that come with the game as far as the players go, the Anthony Davises, Kevin Durant's, Kobe Bryant's and stuff like that. And they also added a few more as far as Tracy McGrady, which about to show up on this next slide. This is the actual chart, the grading of the height, speed, impact, and immunity of the shot. So in the next clip, it's going to tell you pretty much, it's going to break down what the height and all of that, everything means. So speed, shot speed, how quickly you get to your release point, release height, common sense, how the height of the release, where you shoot at, defensive immunity, the effectiveness of the defense's contest, and the last one is pretty much how well you would pretty much ignore it. So this is Mike Wang pretty much letting you know the height requirements, what's going to be considered a big, small, a swing, and all of that. I'm cool with that. It's not OD like something that I'm just like, oh my god, this is so amazing. Because when I think big, smalls, and swings, I'm thinking 2K17 when they had inside outside. So I feel like they, breaking all of that down. Again, 2K is doing what 2K does. They taking bits and pieces from every 2K that they already put out and just compressing it or changing the name of what it is that they quote unquote adding or taking away. And yeah, we just speeded through a couple clips. If you want, you could pause it. But for the most part, I'm gonna just, tell y'all what these these paragraphs were saying. The last two that just passed was pretty much about your badges. So what I took from it was pretty much that your bronze badges are gonna cost you anywhere roughly from 4 to 8 badges, and to get to the next tier, you have to acquire all those badges, which is something similar to what was done before in previous 2Ks, where you used to have to fill up your own meter to get to the next badge progression, instead of you just having these badge points or whatever the case may be. So yeah, it's a lot that, in my opinion, again, are W's, big W's, and some are just very bad L's that I don't think is going to work out in 2K's favor the way they believe that it's going to work out. One of those being the badge joints. In my opinion, I don't think that should have changed. I don't think the badges needed to be tampered with as far as how they impact the game. I don't think they should have been tampered with at all. They're meant to be stacked. That's the whole point of the badges. That was the whole point of a grand badge, and then taking away the grand badge and things like that. The badges are meant to be stacked in an overpowered way to give your player the best whatever. If he's a shooter, you want the best shooting badges. If he's a slasher, you want the best dunking badges. If he's a defensive lockdown type of person, you want the best defensive badges. If he's a playmaking, pass first, look for your open man type of player, you want the best playmaking badges. So I don't 100%, in my opinion, that's an L. The tiers for badges now, in my opinion, that's a super L. I'm not excited about that. The jump shot meters, which I saw that actually passed a while ago in the video. The jump shot meters, I don't really care too much for that. It's 2K23, 2K22, whatever. Why are you still using the jump shot meter? I don't even understand why you still using the jump shot meter. Because even Mike Wang confirmed that, again, in every 2K, you take the meter away, you get a boost to your jump shot. Great. Which makes you more competitive in general, especially if you can't afford to buy a boost every game. Because I ain't gonna lie, 2K22, they was very stingy with the rewards, and I hope that the enhanced whale spin, or whatever the case may be, I hope that is a one-time requirement for a season pass. I don't want to see that in every season pass. I shouldn't have to unlock something that I should get automatically. Again, just how I'm gonna get into, which is what they're doing with the player files now. You don't have to keep buying everything in between players. Everything is for every player now. Everything is for one account. But it's gonna get into it. I'm kind of skipping ahead because I missed a couple slides, which is what I said I was gonna do. I'm not reading all of this. I'm not doing that. Again, 2K has put more than any other badges in the game. You can see it for yourself. Like I said, you could pause the video and go back and actually count how many shooting badges that they added compared to defensive badges, playmaking badges, and slashing badges, finishing badges, whatever you want to call them. For some reason, shooting is always the most focused thing in 2K when it comes to offense. As far as the defense goes, that is never, ever, ever looked on. So they need to fix that. Like, they talking about so much defense on the game, defense improvements, that's never the one thing I see. And the one thing I see to combat that, especially when people are dealing with smaller players, because that's what they're going to do. They do it every year. Like, these small point guards are, especially with the new builder system, since everybody is quote unquote demigods, with this builder system, that's what this builder system was supposed to do. It honestly just makes the point guards, especially if you are small guard, I'm talking 6'5" and smaller, it makes them super overpowered. And you see it. You look how many badges they got. So it makes them super overpowered, and the most difficult thing about that is not being able to keep up with them, which again I'm okay with, because I spoke about that in previous 2Ks. You can go back on my channel and check it out. In 2K18, I believe, and I want to say 19, but 19 was a lot better on defense. 19 and 20 was a lot better and balanced on defense when it came to, stopping point guards and just, shooters in general. But 18 was the worst. You had big men that could keep up with point guards and two guards, which was unacceptable in my opinion. And when I say big men, I don't mean just power forwards that are 6'9" or whatever the case may be. No, I'm talking about centers that are 7 foot, 6'10", 6'11". You know what I mean? 6'9". They are centers. Like, they should not be able to get down the court as quickly as I should. At all. They shouldn't be able to keep up with me. At all. Now, if it's a half court scenario, that's a different story. Again, and this is why I talk about the left-right so much. This is why I talk about combating the left-right with the lateral quickness. Every time I get into talking about lateral quickness, it's always based upon the guards moving, just going left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, which they said they combated this year. And if you left, right, you get some type of dribble move. But I'm telling you now, with the adrenaline boost thing, I'm telling you, they are going to find a way to get past all of that. I promise you, every point, they are guards in this game that literally just get on the game to learn how to break it. Look, adrenaline boost. Them blue 3 balls that you see under the player in previous videos that, got leaked or whatever, that's what those balls are for. When people were asking, I wonder what these 3 balls is, because they saw they stamina bar drain blink red, and they want to know what the 3 balls are. Those are adrenaline boosts. So if you explode into a speed boost out of a dribble move, or if you do a hard dribble move, that bar gets depleted, right? So, and also your team takeover is not a regular team takeover no more. So one person on the team can't kill on everybody. Get it? Each individual person, whatever position they playing at, whatever their skill type is, that is what's going to help you fill up your bar. But to get back to my little quick rant about the, combating the dribblers and, these crazy shooters, it's really lateral quickness for me. Like, y'all could take away all the intimidator badges or defensive leader badges y'all want. You feel me? And break it down into different badges and try to add on to the defensive. But if you're not giving us badges that actually negate a shooter's shooting, then it doesn't make any sense. Because you got an ankle breaker, you got an ankle brace badge to combat ankle breaker, but you don't have a proper badge to combat circus threes and just fading shots and stuff like that. Because trust me, even though most fading shots are uncontested, make you uncontested, there are players in the league throughout history that have been able to contest post fades and things like that. So again, if we're going to talk balance and just complete autonomy within the game, then I believe when it comes to the park, the balance between arcade and sim needs to be really, 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 really critiqued. Like, they took out real player percentage, which is great. That shouldn't be it. And I said that plenty of times. I said that on my live stream. Real player percentage should not ever be allowed on any online system. If we online and we playing head to head with real life people, not computers, we ain't in no quick game, we ain't in no my team, playing with cards or my gym or none of that crazy stuff. We not dealing with none of that. We dealing with real people on the other end, controlling they player. No real player percentage should be in the game at all, ever. It should have never been in the game. This ain't my career, none of that. So that's my biggest take on everything. I like everything they talking about as far as the badges, going back to the dunking, having individual movements. As far as I'm talking about, up is your regular signature dunks, pull back on the analog stick, excuse me. It's your, your flashies, left and right. Going left or right is, how which hand you're gonna use on what side of the rim, things like that. Like, I'm all for it. I do also want them to keep the signature dunks, because I did like how we weren't limited to one dunk package and had to keep that same dunk style throughout the whole game or entire 2K season or whatever. So I'm cool with that. I just wish 2K had stopped changing the things that we are not talking about and just change the things that we're talking about that makes sense. So for all the guards that's talking about I guess not changing the left, right, and all that, ignore that. But for defensive players, we need to be able to go left, right with them. I'm sorry. Especially if, like, let's be logical. If I got longer legs, longer arms, I should be able to get to a spot quicker moving left or right than someone who has to take an extra 2 steps to, move in that direction, if you get what I mean. You got smaller feet, shorter legs. You take more steps than someone that has longer legs with bigger feet. You get what I'm saying? So that's the video, man. It was more of a rant than me actually telling y'all any information. So like, subscribe, and enjoy the video.